tell you, it's working for you. That's the Chariot. I love this card in my phone here. But that's the Chariot. Things will take off quickly for you. Okay, I just gave you that L'Oreal example. It's like it may not have worked with that one company, but she kept going, she kept pushing, and next thing you know, all the makeup companies are chasing after her. And so whatever it was that you were rejected by, whatever it was that you were shunned from, whatever you felt ostracized from, it's coming back in your direction. Whatever you felt, you know what, I like it, but it just ain't good enough, let me walk away. Well, here comes that Chariot. Either you're taking off very quick, or all of those things are coming after you now, because when you walk away, your value went up. The price just went up. Okay? So these are things moving swiftly. I've only pulled 3 cards from the tarot, and 2 of them are major arcanas right out the gate. Okay? The Lover's card, and then y'all get together. Boom. Also, what I'm getting for this is some of your blessings was held up until you walked away from something. So let's say you were in a relationship. How many of y'all can attest to this? You was in a relationship that God didn't necessarily, he didn't say, like, okay, cool, that's what you want to do, fine. And you stayed in that relationship. But the second you left that relationship, everything, all of your blessings came pouring in. For some of y'all, this happened before. For some of y'all, this is what's about to happen. Your blessings is like they just keep getting stored up. And then when you leave that relationship, you leave that company, you leave that job, you leave those people who didn't give you the value that you deserve or the value that you are. And then boom, as soon as you leave, whoosh, it just started raining blessings, right? Let's see what happened in the recent past though. What had happened was, the Queen of Wands. So this is, to me, male or female, take how it applies. You stood up. You realized who you were. And I know, this whole conversation, this is my worth, this is my value. Okay, whatever. Some people don't like that, but it's true. You discover, you know what? I've been doing this for this price, and these people don't want to give me a raise. But over here, I can do less and still get more. So why am I here? Okay? What you're doing right now is you're making it make sense. Okay? Or this is what you did. You made it make sense. Now, when you started calculating, the math wasn't mathing. So you decided maybe you need to start moving around. Okay? I'm gonna pull an oracle card to talk about this Queen of Wands, because I feel like this is your energy, your body. Remember, male or female, taking how it applies. But this is what you did. This is what you became. Okay? And I'm also feeling the need to tell somebody, if you don't like who you are right now or what's going on in your life, I challenge you to stick around. I challenge you to stick around. Stick around for the person that you're about to become. Because you may not like who you are right now, but that person right there that I see just around the corner that you're about to become, or you want to be them. Not only do you want to be them, a whole other group of people want to be them or like them, you, in the same way. Okay, so hold on. Stick around. There's more. Stay tuned. Let's see what we got. Caring community. Participate and belong. Enrich your life. So as soon as you realize you had that vibe and you started living by that vibe, you attracted or aligned yourself with the right crew, the right people. Okay, I had somebody the other day, we was talking, we were doing things, and the person said, listen, I am not trying to compete with you. Okay, I'm on your team. And I was like flabbergasted, like, whoa, amazing. And not that we were in it, anything was going on, but this person was just, like I told you from the beginning, negotiating terms from the beginning. We are on the same team. We are on the same page. We are aligned to the same victory. Okay? This is what's happening here. Let's see what we got in the headspace. The Tower. Every time I get this card, and it all comes crashing down. The old belief system, this is somebody's tower moment. Come on, let's go over there and see if they left some gold coins on the table. Come back to the table empty. You didn't leave John a crumb, okay? You recognizing your worth, you deserve better. You leaving, you walking away, somebody went on block. That was the tower moment for somebody. You're creating towers in the background that you don't even know are happening. People are falling out the top of the tower, all broken up because you said no. Or you walked away and you left something. And a lot of you guys don't notice. And again, the tower of you saying no to something is someone else's, realization that maybe I got to step my game up. Maybe I have to do something better. Maybe I have to do something more. Maybe I do need to pay you a little bit more money. Maybe I do need to go ahead and just get into a relationship committed and solid instead of playing this game and leading you on. Okay? But that tower struck. That tower moment happened for somebody. And it could be a double tower. It could be you having this tower moment realization, like, hold on, wait a minute, it's time for things to progress, or it's time for things to get better, or it's time for me to get what I deserve. And at the same time, you having your tower, somebody else having a tower. They told me no. Well, maybe I should do more. Okay? What I'm seeing here is
stand firm in your no. Especially with feminine energy, stand firm in your no. Masculine energy is, I want this, and I want it on these terms. Just like she's explaining here. Masculine energy in the room is saying, hey, I want this, and I want it on these terms. And the feminine energy is saying, I know this is worth more. I know my contribution is worth more. I can itemize my own contribution to this. So I'm going to hold out for a little bit more, or more favorable terms. And she's saying, as well as in relationships, right? Same thing. You're allowed to say, no, thank you. No, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel good to me. It would feel better if it was like this. Do you agree to that? Would you compromise there? And that's the sign of a healthy masculine, is in the response to the counter. This is my massage oil candle. It's a little tea light. Give it a minute to cool down because it gets quite heated. But it's nice and warm now. I love the way these smell. They come out all different smells. So if you order them, make sure you tell me if you have any allergies to anything. Because I experiment in every batch. You get a one-of-a-kind batch because nothing's standardized for me. Houston's going to get us more standardized, but if I make it, I'm letting you know in the order. It could come out differently. Right? That's one of my assets. That's one of my negotiating points in a deal. Well, you're offering me the terms that you would offer somebody who is in a normal situation, or maybe offers normal effort, or has, regular terms and conditions, or whatever. I have a niche market of product services. What you would call a deviation from the standard, I would call delightful. I think when I make the batches and the ingredient percentages fluctuate, and the types of ingredients fluctuate, you end up getting a better product in the end. Now, that's why I say, in the negotiation points, my negotiation with my customer is, hey, tell me, do you have any issues with any scents? Do you have any issues with any waxes or butters? Right? Any foods at all? Do you have any allergies? Now, what happens when somebody approaches you in business and work and they say, hey, I like what you're doing here. I want to offer you this other position. It pays a little bit more and you'd be doing X, Y, and Z. And you think to yourself and you go, well, I'm going to be adding a hell of a lot more than just X, Y, and Z to that position. I can already think of 10 extra things I'm going to have to be doing, or that I can do, out of sheer joy, because I'm good at it and I can add it to this position. So I'm going to have to say no thank you, because the amount of effort I'm going to put in isn't properly exchanged by me taking that position under those terms of agreement. Or let's say you have your own business and somebody says, I want to pay for it, I want to buy it off of you, or I want to get, a certain amount of shares and they want to offer you a certain amount of money. Don't be scared to say no thank you to the amount or the terms or the percentages. For my businesses, if anyone buys in, nobody gets more than the other person. It's all equal share. Now, whether you offer, physical help or you offer finances, everybody is sharing equally. There's no one better person than the other. Otherwise, I won't do business with you. And if this is a disagreement on the contract, then I will decline the contract terms. Because I believe that everybody in my organization is going to be pulling equal weight with their own talents and their own time and their own resources and energy and knowledge. If people actually paid attention to those that worked for them and listened to them and really listened to them and let them do what they could do, I think businesses would be just absolutely delighted, because it would be allowing the person to work with their strengths instead of forcing them into weakness positions that aren't even helping the company in the first place, because then they're miserable, right? Instead of saying, you have to do this, why don't you say, okay, well, here's the position. But if you see it can be done differently or better, please let me know. Now, the difference between a good leader and a great leader, like a king and an emperor, is that the king will take it on board and file it away, but he probably won't do it. But he feels good that he listened to you. Okay, thanks, boss. But a great emperor is the kind of energy that says, okay, I'm going to take it on and I'm going to implement it, and we're going to test it out and see if you're right. Let's do it. Let's figure it out. You put in the hours and I'll put in the investment. Let's see if it improves the business in some form or fashion. That's an emperor. That's a great leader. And you can do this on, I keep talking to, there's a president of a country that is eventually going to watch these. I really do believe this. Or a future president. I really do believe this. The energy is strong. Maybe the first female president. Who knows? But I will say this. You can even apply this on a national scale with your population. Because your population are your citizens. And what are your citizens? Your citizens are your neighbors. The people next to you. The same way that you treat your immediate neighbors, or if you're the leader, are the same way you should treat all of your neighbors within your border. And then you should extend that outward, because that's good public relations, right? While still maintaining healthy boundaries of, no, thank you, we can do better. Because we are better. We are better, so we do better, so we expect better of others. Is this an African nation? If you are a leader and you are watching, I am I'm humbled by your presence, and I appreciate your service, because we need leaders everywhere. No matter how much shit everyone talks, we need leaders. Somebody's gotta be able to take it all in and strategize for everybody's well-being. And sometimes greater good doesn't mean greater happiness, and sometimes, it does. You have to take the good with the bad and appreciate the position that you've been bestowed, of course. Don't worry about your elections. You don't have to pressure people. You don't have to do shit like that. You just take care of your people. Get out there and start talking to them. Implementing shit. Saying, hey, you got an idea? Okay. Do you want to put it into practice? Do you want to work on it? I'll help you get the resources. And you start roping in the regular citizen into starting up businesses with the government. You just hook people up. Don't take any profits from them. Just let them start it up and invest in them. Do it out of the goodness of your heart. Then they can't talk shit, because you're not making any money off anybody and you're hooking everyone up. Then they're going to start hooking you up. And you're going to be taken care of as a leader, and you're going to maintain your power. Not because you are forcing them into it or tricking them or whatever, but because they genuinely love you. Because they know that you genuinely love them. And it is a relationship that is totally symbiotic. This is possible. I believe this is possible. And I believe you do too, and that's why you're listening. I know it's hard, but it's okay. I'm giving you a really big hug. You got this. You totally got this. You're here, you're listening. I bet you're fucking taking notes. Or you got a recorder where you're listening to this more than once. You're a smart woman. You're gonna help a lot of people. Like, it makes me want to cry. You're gonna help so many people. It's gonna be a pain in the ass though, and they're not gonna appreciate it at first. But if you can get through that part, you'll eventually be appreciated. And it'll be worth it. Just be genuinely you. There's somebody who wants to silence you. Don't worry about speaking on it. Don't worry about talking. Worry about the doing, because people need more done right now than they need to hear. I mean, you can still give people hope and, talk about success stories or whatever. Back in the day, what'd they have the king and queen do? They would sit, and people from the whole countryside would come, and they would bring gifts, and they would sit and talk with you. And if the king or the queen could help them, they would figure out a way to help them. And in some really great nations, they considered this a standard practice. Every week or two, they would just sit and listen. In fact, there's movies about it. I think there's like a cute little princess movie. Like a teen rom-com with, what's her face? That really pretty lady from, what is that? Anne Hathaway. And she's Oh no, is it a different one? Anyway, it's one of those. And part of this new king's duty is to sit there and receive gifts and listen to people and what they require or need. And he would listen and he would figure out, okay, how do we help this man? How do we get him situated? How do we help him out? Remove the red tape from your nation, and you will save your people and set the example for the whole world. You might get assassinated, but it'll be fucking worth it, dude. I think it'll take a while for them to get to you, because your people are gonna fucking love you. And they're gonna want to protect you. Make sure you have people tasting the food and doing all that shit for you. Don't go sleeping with random people. Consider your leadership time your celibacy time. Focus. Unless you're married, then go at it. With each other, but don't spread yourself thin. When you're a leader, you gotta tighten ranks. It's very lonely at the top. I'm being blocked like crazy. You need to stay hydrated as well. I know I forget to drink water. Take care of yourself. Really. Set a time. If you love baths, like me, I love taking a bath. Set time for yourself to be alone. Make that the bath time, you know. I also like to go on long walks. But people can walk with you and get shit done. That would actually be really therapeutic. You just walk around and, you know, it's your exercise, but it's also your work. Get other people exercising because they have to if they want to meet you. Or meet with you. I guess it depends on your platform and what you're trying to accomplish. But I think the people can tell you. And if you listen and you implement as best you can, and just say, look, I may not be able to help you, but I'm going to give it a try. And if I can, great. And if I can't, okay, you might be upset about it, but I'm doing my best. Maybe the next guy can help you. Or maybe you can figure it out. You know? But when you're the president, or you're, you know, royalty of a nation, you should know people. And if you don't, you need to get out and start talking to people and finding out what they do for a living. And start connecting everyone together. Get your nation strong and tight-knit. Turn your nation into a tribe. We're going to start a new reading. I'm going to try and do all the readings on this video. So, okay, I don't know who wants to timestamp for me. I don't know. What time is it? What does it say? 24. So, at minute 25, we begin the second reading, which is Queen of Swords for KR. And then the third reading we'll do is going to be for Hollyweird and see how we can help that heal. I know why I've been getting blocked and stopped. My ancestors have been blocking me because they had to tell me what the fuck I was getting myself into. I've been getting downloads the last week. It's taken a while to really show me the truth of what's really going on. And I'm believing that it's all connected. But let's get back to the Queen of Swords. Ooh, yum. You got the Magician. We're doing Sexy Time Tarot, by the way, everyone. Well, it looks like here he is. Alright. He's gonna come in, but he's not gonna have anything. He's gonna come in and he's gonna offer it. But this is gonna be trouble. This is gonna be financial trouble. Coming in with this, I lost it, I don't have it, my work's upside down. I used to have all these options. I don't have all these options anymore. I am and then there's a Queen of Wands energy here with death in reverse. And that's the end of the story. Because when I see these little place markers in my deck, that's the end of the reading. And it's either going to be the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Wands. Dun dun dun! That's wild. He's coming, but he's coming in slow. Because he's recovering from a lot. A lot. A lot. A lot. But it isn't over with the Queen of Wands energy that he's connected to. So that's the end of the story right now. There's a King of Pentacles energy coming in towards you. Queen of Swords. And you're going to have a passionate new beginning with this one. Like, you're going to really like him. He's going to just make you tingle and feel young and beautiful and warm and loved and sexy. He's going to play games with you, like fun games. He's going to talk to you and confide in you. And he's just going to make you forget this other energy, this other dude. Because that other dude is just so much work. Yeah, you guys are going to take turns role-playing. It's going to be fun. And then the wheel is going to spin and you're going to have a chance to try new things. But be careful. You might regret opening certain doors. I don't know though, you guys look like you're... Yeah. Oh my god, it's like a progression. That's fucking hot. It's like, hey, you know, you see them, you're all clothed. You're like, is it getting hot out here or is it just me? He's like, let's take it inside. And then things get even more heated. And you can't help it, like all your clothes just fall off. And then in the end, and you're just exhausted, falling asleep with each, like, falling asleep on each other as well. And then going for round 2. There you are, Queen of Swords. With Temperance. King of Chalices. Be patient. Be patient, your king is coming. And you guys are gonna fucking rock. You guys are gonna be awesome. So, unfortunately, but fortunately, what it sounds like is the KR energy is dealing with a lot of shit right now. There is an opportunity there, but his energy is still attached to another. So, do you want that energy split, or do you want to be patient, like Temperance, for your proper emperor to come through? Because all the kings came out, and all the queens, so you guys are emperor, empress together. You just complete each other in so many ways. And you'll know it when you feel it. He starts talking and you start listening. And you find out that he's into a lot of the same shit that you are. And he's got different perspectives on things that excite you, that balance you out. Okay, that was awesome. Okay, that was an awesome reading. Thank you for that energy. Miss Queen of Swords. You feel good. You feel good. Okay. What's next? Hollyweird? Phantasma. Alright. Hollywood has enough tarot sexual magic going on. We'll just dilute that right down. Dilute that energy down. What timestamp are we at now? 35:20. Okay. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Not one of them is like thinking. They're just moving. They all want to get out of this shit, but they're impatient about it. And they're going to this energy that is pretending to be spiritual, but whoever it is, they're not. This one looks like a liar. Oh, yeah? Oh, shit. This is just all bad. Okay. Can we start somewhere? And then I split the deck at the devil. That's wild. And the Seven of Wands again. Again. They're all kind of attacking because they feel the end of this cycle. They feel that the end of this time is coming for them. It's making them uncomfortable. So they're lashing out. It's like a cornered dog with rabies. And they're scared. Yeah, no, they don't want it to end. They don't want a new beginning. They love their debauchery. They don't want to stop. They want to keep going. Okay, well. I think they're being led to believe that it's all going to be okay by this, like, high priestess energy that's actually a liar. She's like, yeah, you don't worry, like, you can just keep doing spell work and it'll all be alright. You'll, this'll go away. And then, we can continue to do what we're doing. Yeah, but this is Five of Pentacles, like, they're all losing their fucking asses. King of Swords, it's like they're getting to the point where they're starting to get upset with this, false idol. And everyone's getting left out in the cold. And everyone's going to start talking. The only ones that are going to survive this whole mess are the ones that go home and start really thinking about what the fuck just happened. They really need to get themselves straight. We all want to talk about Hollywood, but politics is going to be next. People aren't going to be able to get away with what they were getting away with before. And everyone's getting scared. Fear is not of God. I was watching that reading that we were just watching. A little bit earlier in it, she says, the spirit of fear is not created by God. God did not create the spirit of fear. God created the spirit of faith. So if there's the Emperor. And he's right side up. So that's a healthy, strong masculine in Hollyweird. And he's actually the good guy. This feels like a really good guy. He's had to go within. And he's greatly benefited. Because he lost everything. And he still hasn't fully recovered. He's still in it. So this Emperor married the Queen of Pentacles, but she ended up being really super fucking foolish. He thought she was just adventurous. He didn't realize that she was... I don't know. I don't know the right way to describe this. It's like knowing that's the wrong way to go and just keeping on going and doing it anyway. That's the energy that this Emperor is dealing with. It's like this woman is like, she knows it's not okay to do certain things, and yet she keeps fucking doing them. You know? Like, hey, don't do the illegal shit. Don't drink and drive. Don't do these things. And it's like they're not listening. And it's making him look bad, too. Like, really bad. But that's his wife. Like, what is he gonna do? Yeah, he feels like he's at a spiritual crossroads right now. Like, do I stay or do I go? You know that song? Do I stay or do I go now? Do I stay or do I go now? If I stay, there will be trouble. If I go, there will be double. He's really in his fucking head about this, and he's not leaving. He's like not... He can't figure it out first. He's not going to leave until he figures out if it... You know, he doesn't know. Like, will she change? Will she not change? Like, he knows how nurturing and wonderful she can be. It's like he's holding on to that. But he can't take it much longer. I don't think he can take it anymore at all. I think he's going to divorce this woman or leave this woman, whoever she is. He's tired of fighting. He's over it. He's not doing it anymore. He's over it. He just wants peace. He just wants to transform the situation and have peace. With or without her, he doesn't give a shit. If it has to be without her, so be it, but it's gotten to a point where he'd feel like he doesn't have any more options. This is it. I don't have any choice. I have to leave. This is not healthy. But whoever this is, I feel like they're the hero in the Hollyweird story. Yeah. You know, he's dealing with lies within his family unit right now, but it's spiritually strengthening him because he's going to be... I feel like he's going to save... It's not that he's going to save the world or that he has saved the world, but he's definitely going to be standing up for things. And, it's going to be the catalyst for Hollyweird changing. In a good way. But right now, he's just in a box with a bunch of swords in his back. He just feels completely destroyed and defeated. Aw, the Empress. Honestly, I'm not telling you what to do, sir, but if you leave this woman, you're gonna find the Empress. So, like, when you learn to let go of your karmic cycle with somebody or something or a place that isn't serving your highest calling or your highest good, and it's definitely not serving theirs, right? Because if you're not a match on one side, you're not a match. But when you let that one go, this one flies in. I see an owl energy here, but I also see a deer. She's very nurturing and abundant and lovely. It's very different from the current person you're with. You're not going to have justice with the one that you're leaving. Like, she's going to get nasty with you. Yeah, you're going to have to split everything right down the middle. You know, there's 50-50. Split it all down the middle and just... But it's going to get you out of it. It'll get you out of the two being stuck. You just... Unless you want to spend a lot of time fighting. Yeah, you want to keep doing the upward battle thing. You can totally do that. I mean, regardless, you're getting stronger. You're just not, like... You're not woken up to the fact that you actually have hope. You feel like this love relationship is breaking apart, but you don't see it now, but it's helping you spin the wheel so that you can rush to your Empress, which is really cool. Yeah, you're gonna have 10 of Pentacles with your Empress. Watch out for a phone call. Someone's gonna be coming at you, complaining about how something's taking too long to make money. But they're gonna have ulterior motives. They might not be telling the truth, or they might not be telling the whole truth. Or is this that you're judging them because they don't have money? You might be judging them because they don't have shit. Seven of Pentacles doesn't mean you don't have anything. It just means that it's underground. It's in seed form and it's growing roots. The Pentacles will eventually show themselves. They're putting in the foundation. Don't you remember putting in your foundation, or were you spoiled and it was handed to you? So what? This Empress is in the Seven of Pentacles energy. Who are you to judge her? You just lost half your fortune because you chose poorly in your relationship because of superficial reasons. I mean, you're still going to save Hollyweird. That doesn't mean you're fucking perfect. But you definitely are a King of Wands. You've got a lot of passion. You seem like a pretty decent dude. So, I'm excited. I'm delighted. I hope you come up more in the readings. You know? I can't wait to see how you help heal them. Because right now, they're all just like cornered, rabid creatures. Ready to snarl and bite and foam all over you. You know? So I'm curious to see how you change Hollyweird for the better. That'd be cool. Well, that gave me hope on so many levels. I feel like all the trials and tribulations and turmoil we've all been going through is all about this Nine of Wands. You need to master your shit and just stand there and go, yeah, I'm a fucking boss. And value yourself and make sure you negotiate your contracts better. Whether that's in a relationship or whatever, make sure it's all in writing. See, these are the terms and conditions that I'm stepping into this with. A prenup should not just be about money. That's just a waste of a prenup. Prenup should be about lifestyle choices and all sorts of things so that it's all in writing. Hey, we agreed to these things. And there are no amendments to this contract that I've seen. Did we, you know, like if someone comes into the relationship and says, you know, I want a threesome, and the other person says, yeah, I'm cool with it. And then they get married and the person's like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. That's not fair. However, if someone comes into a relationship and says, I want to have a threesome, and the other person says, there's no way in hell. It's not who I am, I'd rather break up with you. And then they say, okay, it's okay, I don't need one. Right? And then they get married and then they just keep pressuring them for a threesome like it's some, you know, negotiable thing. This breach of contract. Oh, he'll change his mind. Oh, she'll change her mind, whatever. He'll change his mind. Oh. And set your standards high for yourself. If less people settled, there'd be more people finding their match out there. Because there'd be more quality people on the market. Because they wouldn't be locked down into something that wasn't for them. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Oh, but this is good enough. Yeah, okay. Oh, this looks good on paper. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, they fit the image that I need to portray. Look at Pierce Brosnan. He's seriously 007. And his wife is a beautiful, normal-looking woman. She didn't do all the plastic surgery. She didn't do all that shit, and she looks stunning. And he's like, I love my wife. I love her curves. And he owns her in a non-slave fashion. You know what I mean? Like, he owns his love for her. He steps into that power. He's an emperor. You know? I'm doing a reading, sorry. Oh yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Did you see him? Are you okay?
Yeah. It's hot in there.
It's hot everywhere. Okay, everyone, I'm going to sleep. I hope I helped everybody who asked for stuff, and if not, message me if I forgot your reading. But I thought it was just those two, plus the one I just did as a extra. Alright, have a good night. I have another long day tomorrow. I may or may not post. We'll see. I love when other readers are consistent, but I have not been consistent myself. So I need to work on that. Let me get settled first.